Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Crowdcast and Princeton Public Library's virtual programming home. I'm Janie Herman, the Adult Manager of Public Programming at Princeton Public Library, and it's my joy to welcome you here tonight for this very special concert. And we're so thrilled that you could be here with us. I'm going to just kind of give a few announcements while we wait for the rest of the people who have signed up to kind of come in. We've got a good crowd assembling, which is wonderful to see. This concert is part of our programming for Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month that we have done here at the library. We've done several events, author events, music events. And if you go to our library's website at princetonlibrary.org, you'll find several book lists highlighting Asian American and Pacific Islander authors. We like to keep our programming diverse all year round, but we also do like to recognize diversity in the different months that have been deemed by the American government to celebrate those specific nationalities. May is also Jewish American Heritage Month, and so if you want to come back tomorrow night, we have an event for that. We have an author coming in here to speak about Evelyn Grossman, to speak about Hidden in Berlin, the story of her parents who had to go in, both of them separately, into hiding in Berlin during World War II as young teenagers, and their story of how they came to America and built a life for themselves here after the war, after losing their family in World War II. So, and then coming up in June, we're going to have some Pride Month events and summer reading, and always something happening here at the library. Okay, I see that we've had lots of people join us, which is great. So we're going to officially start the program. Welcome. Tonight we are welcoming Gamin here tonight to talk about sounds of wind and traditional Korean instruments. You can notice at the bottom of the screen there is a green button, and that will direct you to Gamin's website if you want to go learn more about her and her music and the teaching that she does. You will also notice that there's a place where you can ask a question, and we will have a Q&A at the end of the session for anybody who would like to ask questions and find out more. Gamin is very open to answering questions. So Gamin Kang is one of the most well-known performers of gugak, which is traditional Korean music. I hope I pronounced that right. I meant to ask her. And she will perform and discuss the place of traditional wind instruments in Korean music, as well as look a little bit to the future. She is simply known usually as Gamin, and she is a distinguished New York City soloist who tours the world performing both traditional Korean music as well as cross-disciplinary collaborations. She likes to reinvent new sonorities from ancient, somewhat restricted musical systems. And she has participated in several cultural exchange programs as an artist in residence. She has been curating several performances at the Center for Remembering and Sharing in New York City as part of the Crossing Boundaries series. For 2021 and 2022, she has been selected as a winner of a 2-year fellowship of the Jerome Foundation, and she plans to continue composing a multidisciplinary work about crimes committed against women in Asia during World War II. And perhaps when she has finished doing that work, she will consider coming to Princeton and doing a concert for us live or discussing about that project live. So at this time, I am pleased to welcome Gamin to our virtual home. Hi, welcome. And I'm going to go to the background, and at some points in this lecture and demonstration, I will be putting on some videos for us to watch so we can get a better idea of how this all fits together in person. So take it away.
Hi, everyone. Very nice to meet you. I hope to meet everyone in person someday soon. My name is Gamin, and I play Korean wind instrument. So that's how we put title Sounds of Wind. So I play 3 different types of Korean wind instrument. So I'm gonna tell about different instruments and Korean music. And also I want to share some new music with traditional instruments. First of all, I'm gonna introduce my main wind instrument, piri. This is piri. You see, this is a very simple bamboo flute. This is one of the most representative Korean traditional instrument. It's a bamboo double reed oboe. It has been used as the leading melodic component of many Korean traditional musical genres, both in solo repertoires as well as ensemble and orchestral pieces. Its musical role has also expanded to contemporary compositions beyond the limit of traditional technique and instrumental range. This instrument, if you see, this is very, it has no any artificial equipment. So it is very, natural, elements, and it has very rough and raw sound. I'm gonna play short music, which is one of the representative Korean folk song. Probably some of you heard this music. It is very well-known song called Arirang. There are a lot different versions of Arirang in Korea, but this version is most well-known song from Seoul area. In general, the timbre of the instrument is forceful and sturdy, yet the instrument expresses a great range of dynamics, soft to extremely loud. Since the piri produced loudest volume among Korean traditional instruments, it has functioned as the leading melodic instrument in both ensemble and orchestra piece. So I can say, the piri is quite similar role as violin in orchestra. So piri melody is quite lead whole ensemble, and the role of the instrument is quite quite a leader of the ensemble. So both classical music and folk music, it can be solo play or big ensemble with many instruments, but you can hear clearly the sounds of piri when you listen big ensemble piece. Piri is has very old history. First appeared during the Goryeo dynasty between 900 and 1300, and this instrument is considered come from China, but it is come from more western part of China, so through Silkroad. Also, there are similar instruments in China called guanzi, and I know there is a similar versions of double reed instrument in Japan, which is called hichiruki. But sounds are very similar, but all those instruments has different character, and the music developed different way. So each national music has their own identity. You see this instrument, it has like 8 finger holes in the front, actually 7 in front and 1 in the back. So it means, I can produce notes with my fingering, but also I can use my air and embouchure, so it can produce more than 8 notes. So it has a lot of flexibility and a lot of controlling with embouchure and airs. I played one folk song, but I mentioned about classical music, so I'm gonna play one court music piece, which is called 상영산. 상영산 is one of the piece of 영산회상. It is actually very long piece. It takes almost an hour, and it has 7 or 8 movements. Saenghwang is the first movement and very slow piece, and it is developed for solo piri music, especially with a lot of techniques and extended melody line. And it is composed by, I mean, there is no composer, actually, we don't know composer who composed traditional music, but this piece is arranged by master musicians early 1930, and we play this music for solo, and it is originally big ensemble music. So this is Saenghwang, one of the representative classical music, one of the court music for piri. Yeah, this is piece Saenghwang. I play part of the piece. And thank you for comment, Morgan. Everyone feel free to make a comment on the chatting box. I see what you write down, and I'm glad to see Morgan had the experience to listen this music. That's great. Yeah, when I was kid, actually, I was not able to know much about traditional music. I played piano and violin when I was a kid, and I went to Korean music school, which is kind of a middle school, specialized school. And then I started to learn traditional music. So I took a major for piri. This one is my main instrument. And I also learned other wind instrument later on because other instrument is very similar to piri. For example, taepyeongso. I have instrument here. So this is taepyeongso. It is very similar to piri actually. So I was able to learn this instrument additionally. So I played taepyeongso, and later on I also studied another instrument, saenghwang. This is saenghwang. I'm gonna play later. So I can introduce this instrument, taepyeongso. Literally means tae means big, pyong means piece, and so means wind instrument. So it is supposed to bring peaceful sound. But this sound is very powerful and very loud, actually. So it is supposed to perform outdoor with many percussions for ceremonial music performance with marching or dance. So this is more cheerful sound and very loud sound, but it brings a lot of joy and make people to to dance all together. So taepyeongso music is performed outdoor by Royal Military Band or Farmers Band. So music, if you listen music, it is very strong sound with many percussions. I'm going to play one music which is called daechwita. Daechwita literally means big, blowing and hitting. So the music, daechwita has all percussion instruments, like a rhythm and or like it's people like hit the instrument. So that's how the piece is titled daechwita. So this instrument is only one melodic instrument for this music, and it is one of the music designated as important intangible cultural asset. And it is performed by Royal Military Music. And now we have a Society for Preservation of Traditional Music. And I studied this music with living national treasure, my teacher, Taeguk Chung. This piece also take probably 7-8 minutes. I'm gonna play a short version of this piece, and now I play solo, but it has other wind instruments that make only signal without melody, and there are more percussions for this music, and percussion make regular rhythm, and this instrument make melody. And I want to show you this tiny reed. This is originally reed for taepyeongso. Yeah, very, very small reed. Yeah, hope the sound balance is okay for you. It is a little bit loud indoor performance. Yeah, this is very unique sound. So I want to share some other music with other instruments. So I will talk about this instrument later more. Yeah, this one is called saenghwang. So saenghwang is named because this instrument shape is like all the bamboos are heading up, so it looks like a bird So everything like going up is a symbolic meaning of birth. So that's how instrument has name saenghwang. Saeng means birth. You see many bamboos are like heading up, and there are all different lengths of bamboos are putting in the bottom. Originally, it is made of gold in ancient time, and but now its material has changed. But it is supposed to made with empty gold and bamboo, all the bamboos with metal reed inside. It has also very long history, more than 2,000 years in Korea and more than 3,000 years China. And I know there are similar instrument in South Asia. It is called Ken, I think. And China also has sheng. It is also similar instrument. And Japan has sho. So those those instruments are all family, and it is come through Silkroad, and instrument itself has developed and identified in the country. So this instrument has a certain scale, which is based on Korean traditional pentatonic scale, but it is very much unique way to play because it can produce multiple sound at the same time. Most of Korean music doesn't have any like a harmony or chord. It is all the melody, and if you listen ensemble, each instruments play their own melody. So it's not like vertically, matched. It's not like a harmony-based music. But this one is only instrument that can produce chord. But traditional music, the chord is not much diverse. It's very limited, and only we used a certain chord with two notes mostly. So you can hear how we used chord for traditional music. This piece is called 수룡음. It can be translated under dragons chanting under the water, one of the vocal music piece, but it is performed by small chamber ensemble, and it developed as a instrumental music too. So it can be vocal music, also it can be instrumental music. So I'm gonna play some part of this music, 수룡음, and you see how this instrument is used in traditional music. It is classical music and performed by aristocracy or nobleman or female entertainer in ancient time. So this music is very gentle and it make very sustainable note without too much dynamic, and it can be accompanied with other bamboo flute that make more colorful melody. So this instrument make more like a ground and support those melody, and usually make long sustained note. So probably you noticed how I breathe. I can make sounds with inhale and exhale both. So that's how it's available to make long tone without taking break. So this is all three instruments I have, and at this point I want to share one music, ensemble music, because you saw all my solo and you probably curious about what is the ensemble sound. So I'm gonna ask to play one ensemble music. This is Shinawi music, mostly improvisational music. This one is more classical music, but this video present folk music. So it is originally shamanistic ritual music, but it became one of the genre of folk music. And Shinawi is shamanic ritual improvisational music. So probably we can listen 2 or 3 minutes. Maybe we can listen from 6 minutes. This music is performed in Switzerland a few years ago, and I played music with my musician fellows. And this one as you listen, this music is very free and very sounds like chaotic sometimes, and there are a lot rhythm with Korean hourglass drum, 장구, and metal drum, jing. So, and also other string instruments also make a lot of rhythmic and melody phrase with piri. So it is more improvisational music within certain structure. We use a certain rhythm and certain mode, but it has a lot of freedom to improvise. So this music is originally performed for shamanic ritual, but it became one of the musical genre and developed by master musicians. So now we learn this music and perform on a stage. So this kind of free form and improvisational elements are very important thing in traditional music, and I like to use this kind of a traditional improv for contemporary music. So I collaborated with many musicians in cross-cultural improvisation with world acclaimed musicians, and presented premieres at the New School, Roulette, and Metropolitan Museum, New York City. My latest recording comprises improv with jazz musician Ned Rosenberg and Satoshi Takeshi. So we collaborated music based on traditional shamanic ritualistic music and jazz. So this music is titled Jungmori Blues. Jungmori Blues is work commissioned for the New York Sanju Festival 2018 and co-composed by myself and saxophone player Ned Rothenberg. And we co-composed this music with the idea based on traditional, ritualistic music and jazz music. Sanjo Shinawi music typically begins with slow tempo, and it goes faster tempo. So we put a lot different rhythm, and Jungmori is one of the name of the rhythm, and blues is everyone knows blues. So Jungmori is the name of the rhythm, and we put two words together, and it is fusion music based on cross-cultural collaboration. We premiered this music 2018 Asia Society in New York and performed in Smithsonian Museum same year, November, and recorded music in New York right before pandemic. So I was able to release new album Nong during pandemic last year. I would like to recommend you to check out the album Nong. Nong is actually the idea of this project is come from the word Nong. So Nong is a concept of my musical collaboration has been influenced by meaning of Korean term Nong, which literally means play. So this work includes various collaboration between music and visual art, traditional instrument and Western instrument, music and nature, improvisation and composition. So I wanted to make something something new with all different types of art and music. So it is more like play. So it gives us more freedom to play, and the idea comes from those ideas. And it also used for musical term. you probably heard a lot of vibration on my playing. So the term for vibration on my piri, we say nong Nong is kind of play, and is sound. So play sound is kind of vibration, and we call nong. So I took those ideas from the term of traditional way, and I recorded this music, actually this video during pandemic, and I want to share this music with you. It's a short version, and original version take 14 minutes, but this one take like 5 minutes. So I can share a video. Probably we can listen from 1 minute to the end. It's probably take 4 minutes. And you can hear how rhythm can accelerate, and how two different modes, traditional mode and jazz mode, can combine together, and how we're gonna improvise. This was very fun playing. It is called Jungmori Blues. And collaboration 1 video, please. From one. Thank you for listening. As you listen to this music, it has like a solo section and there is ensemble section, and the rhythm is accelerate in the end. And I switched the instrument from piri to taepyeongso. So it has more longer. It's originally longer version, and it has more rhythmic section. But we shortened the piece for shorter version. So this is one of the way how I collaborate with other musicians for cultural exchange. And not only musical idea, but also I'm very much interested in collaborating with visual elements. So we are almost done, but I want to share very shortly one video with you, which is called Bird of Paradise. This piece is composed by Canadian composer Anna Pitgorna, who finished her PhD at Princeton last year. So we actually filmed at Princeton for this piece, and we recorded music and we made a nice video. This is composition, but the video work is filmed by composers. So we work together, and it is more about movement and collaboration between movement and the musical playing. So I would like to play very beginning, maybe 1 or 2 minutes.
Okay, I'll bring that up now. Oh, hang on a second. Oopsie.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah. So if you want to watch a whole video, I left the video link here, so you can check YouTube. And we had a video premiere early this year, and we put some artist talk, so you can learn more about this music and composers' comments. So please check it out.
Yeah, I was at that video premiere earlier this year. It was wonderful. I would really do encourage you to go to YouTube. It's like 3 different birds, 3 different sets.
Yes.
Is that how it works? Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, it has 3 movements, and each movement describes some different types of birds, and all different character. And you saw there was some sound I made with my foot. That is kind of a mimicking sound of birds. And there are a lot of interaction between saenghwang and accordion. That's very interesting. So yeah, please check it out.
So are there any questions? You can put them here right in the chat if you would like. I see lots of thank yous, and people are saying that it's been wonderful, and that they're really enjoying the music and learning about this. But are there any specific questions? I want to know, so tell us about the piece that you're working on now that has to do with World War II.
Yeah, my current project is Unforgotten Song. That is also a collaboration between music and visual art. So this is about, comfort woman during World War II. So the visual artist, Changjin Lee, May had a interview with comfort woman survivors, and she made a lot beautiful visual work. And I played music based on those documents and the songs from comfort woman. Luckily, she got a lot of beautiful songs from comfort woman survivors, and those songs are pretty much close to traditional music and some types of fusion music in that era. So very interesting and beautiful. And I played music with Japanese instrument shakuhachi and string quartet. So it is more contemporary music, but I put also traditional music that is part of shamanic ritual improvisational music. So it is total art, from traditional music and composition and visual art and songs from real song from comfort woman survivors. So I'm working on this project, and I'm about to video streaming this work, and this is an ongoing project. So I will want to present in person, sound installation or performance in near future.
That sounds really exciting. Have you heard of the No Boy project? I'm going to put this in.
No Boy project.
Yeah, it sounds kind of linked to that. We just actually hosted Julian Sapariti, who does this, and he's linking together. Same thing. It's but he's looking at the Japanese internment camps during World War II that were in America, and stories of Asian culture in America, and through folk music, and really kind of linking it together in this very visual way as well. You might I think anybody who's on this talk tonight might enjoy that. And we're going to be having a video up on our YouTube channel, the interview that we did with Julian as part of this. So I think there's a lot of interest in exploring history through music.
Yeah, I'm going to check it out. Yeah, thank you for mentioning.
Yeah, are there other questions for Gamin? No? Well, you did an excellent job. I'm getting a little bit of feedback. So we're coming up on the hour. I really enjoyed everything tonight. I think I learned so much, and I really do hope that sometime in the next year or two that we can have you come and perform live at the library, perhaps with some of the local musicians that we have in town, maybe do a collaboration. Princeton University has a really great program for new music and composers. Yes, wartime abuse of women still occurs. Very true, Howard. That's a comment in the thing. Yes, it's not gone away, and it's a very important area to explore and to acknowledge. And I think it's a really great topic to be doing. So thank you everybody for all of your collaborations tonight. This video will go up on our YouTube site, and I will edit it so that the parts where we had issues are kind of cleaned up. And stay tuned at princetonlibrary.org for more events. And I hope to see you back again here sometime soon. Okay, good night, everybody.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Take care.